do. I will start the stream, and it's just the title card, nothing yet.
Yeah.
And then I think once we hit 7 o'clock,
7 o'clock is when the auction starts officially.
right, but I'll start the slideshow. Let's just make sure the stream's going first. Okay, the stream's live. So I could start the slideshow now. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to our live auction. Twice, 2 years in a row. I'm Wes Kim, board president of Seattle Pro Musica, and on behalf of the staff, the board, and all the members, we're so glad you joined us. Before we begin, I would like, on behalf of the organization, to acknowledge that the land that we live, work, and play on is the original land of the Duwamish people, the first people of Seattle. We hope that you will go to either their website, duwamishtribe.org, or to realrentduwamish.org, where you can actually make monthly contributions to services that benefit the Duwamish people. Furthermore, if you are interested, if you're visiting us from somewhere outside Seattle and would like to know the history of the land that you live on, you can go to the site native-land.ca. And it is a site that lets you look up the historical background of where you live, so you can see what were traditional territories of other tribes in the country. So, again, we hope you will look into that on your own time, but we are here for an auction. So, let's begin. This is 2021, a Choral Odyssey. Welcome, everyone, to 2021, a Choral Odyssey. Again, I am Wes Kim, the president of the board of directors, and on behalf of the organization, we're just so glad you could join us for what is another pulse-pounding exercise on our part, doing a live auction online. We would, of course, love to do this in person, and perhaps we will be able to next time, but for now, we're still online. We've hopefully learned some things that we from last year that will help things run more smoothly. I should probably explain a little bit about that number you just saw. I'm sure the singers of the choir are rather, hopefully pleasantly surprised. We actually told all the members of the group, what we want you to do is just sing the notes that we assign you, just a couple notes, and then we're going to put it together and it'll be a surprise for everybody. So they had no idea what piece they were singing. They just gave us each 2 to 3 notes. And I will say, pro tip, if you are doing virtual choir work and you think to yourself, I wonder if it'd be easier to have everybody just sing a couple notes and then we'll just build the song ourselves. Yeah, that's a definite sort of on that. So if you do think you would want to try something like that, maybe you should reach out and then talk to me, and I'll give you some tips on that. Anyway, we're off to the races here. I'm going to now hand things over to our true hosts of the evening, and I'm going to stay down here in the mission control room and try and make sure things keep running smoothly. So again, thanks for coming. Make sure to bid on lots of items. Have a great time. And now, please welcome Karen P. Thomas.
Stardate 2021. Greetings from the Delta Quadrant. This is Major Tom, Karen Thomas. It is so trippy out here in space. There's so many cool things to see. It's awesome. But there's this really scary monolith. I hope it doesn't show up again. It's so loud. Oh. Anyway, we have a stellar evening in store for you. We have great music, games, fun things to bid on. Some of those things you're going to win tonight. 5 are going tonight. The rest you have until next week. So come back on April 30th for some more fun and just bid all night. After all, you know, resistance is futile. Now, has anybody seen that monolith? Okay. I'm passing over to Captain Katie Scoville in the Alpha Quadrant.
Oh, the greatest thing about doing these things live is that I get to hear Karen's banter for the first time. That was excellent. That was marvelous. Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Scobolt. I'm the executive director of Seattle Pro Musica, Captain Katie Scobolt, though my pips are missing. Yes. I'm so thrilled to welcome you all here to our second, hopefully not annual, virtual auction. We are thrilled to be putting it together again for you. And it's live. It's live. The auction site is live. You should be able to bid now. I mean, if you've registered. So if you haven't yet registered for our auction, our dear friend Wes is going to tell you about exactly how to do that.
Yes, I will. In fact, that was the thing I still had to do before going to Mission Control, which is to explain how to register. So, in case you didn't catch the helpful video we shared earlier, I'll give you a quick recap. The first thing you need to do to be able to bid in the auction is go to our website, seattlepromusica.org/auction. And there you will find this handy pre-register now button. So if you go ahead and you hit that big old button, you will be taken to the actual auction page. Now, once you're on this auction page, you get to go up to the top right where there's a register button. You hit that, start typing in all your information, and then once you hit the register button at the bottom, then all you have to do is enter your credit card information. And once you've added that, you're basically ready to go. Your credit card is added, everything's squared away, and you can start browsing through items. And if you see items that catch your fancy, you can actually mark them as your favorites with a little heart in the corner. And that way, when you come back to the auction, you just go back to the favorites and you can see all the items that you're hoping to snag and check on them if someone's bidding them up. And so, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. But if you do run into any problems, you can definitely reach out to us at admin@seattlepromusica.org, and someone will be able to help you so that you can, in fact, bid for all these lovely items. And now, I think, Katie, you'll be telling us about some special live items that will only be available tonight.
That's exactly right, Wes. That is what I will be doing. If you, in fact, don't see the opportunity to bid on the auction website, go ahead and refresh that page. There were a few moments about 10 minutes ago where we weren't sure it was all open and live yet. The items that are not yet open are the ones we will be doing in our live tonight. They'll be going one by one. So a little more business before we get to the pleasure of bidding and supporting Seattle Pro Musica, which is something I know that you absolutely want to do immediately. There are a couple of different ways to view this live stream, which you are doing now, presumably. Some of you will be viewing it on YouTube, which will mean you'll need a separate way to participate in the bidding proper. The bidding website, as Wes mentioned, spm2021.maxgiving.bid, and that'll get you in to participate in the bidding itself. There's also on that site a tab called Live, and that will get you to a place where all of the live items will appear on that page, only the item that is currently up for bid in the live, as well as the embedded live stream video, which you are watching right now in this specific moment. You should also be able to chat on either the live tab or in the YouTube stream. I see several of you are chatting and enjoying my costume. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Also, folks from Max Giving are standing by to take calls about technical issues. I'll drop that number in the chat. You can also email them at support@maxgiving.com. Josh, our operations and administrative associate, is also in the chat and available by email at admin@seattlepromusica.org. He can answer questions about items and assist you if there are additional problems. I'll drop that info in the chat as well. In our pre-auction tests, we discovered there's about a 15-second lag from our personal input to the YouTube stream, and then another 15-ish seconds to the stream tab. So we're going to compensate for that by closing our items on a synced time. So I'm using timeanddate.com/worldclock USA Seattle. I will give you closing times using that clock so you know when you can put in your final bids for the items that we're using in the live. So speaking of the live, Josh, why don't you go ahead and turn on the tomatoes. Our tradition is to open our live auction every year with our conductor's famous tomatoes. Karen's tomatoes usually go for astonishing amounts of money, but they are very delicious, and it really is an opportunity to support SPM. She produces multiple varieties of heirloom, super producing tomato plants. She raises them from little BB seeds, and bidding is now open on Karen P. Thomas's famous tomatoes. So go ahead, get in there, get started on those tomatoes, and let us know how much you love us by dealing with with those tomatoes. We have five live items for bid tonight, and those items will be in order: Karen's famous tomatoes, a $100 gift card to Spinace, a custom SPM puzzle, your very own Acapella bespoke cover, and an island farmhouse getaway to Orcas. So I will take a look in the chat, see if there are any technical questions I can answer next time I come back. But let's get into our first piece of entertainment. Well, really our second piece of entertainment tonight. We've got an example of our fourth auction item, the sort of a cappella cover that you could win bespoke for yourself. Rain City 4 is an ensemble that used to exist here in Seattle. It is SPM adjacent. It is 2 current members and 2 alums. It's Wes Kim, Jill Kimball, Peter Lifflin, and me, Katie Scovold. And we will sing for you a charming arrangement of I Don't Want to Live on the Moon.
Well, I'd like to visit the moon on a rocket ship high in the air. Yes, I'd like to visit the moon, but I don't think I'd like to live there. Though I'd like to look down at the earth from above, I would miss all the places and people I love. So although I might like it for one afternoon, I don't want to live on the moon. I'd like to travel under the sea. I could meet all the fish everywhere. Yes, I'd travel under the sea, but I don't think I'd like to live there. I might stay for a day there if I had my wish, but there's not much to do when your friends are all fish and an oyster and I don't want to live in the sea. I'd like to visit the jungle, hear the lions roar, go back in time and meet a dinosaur. There's so many strange places I'd like to be, but none of them permanently. So if I should visit the moon, well, I'll dance on a moonbeam and then I will make a wish on a star, and I'll wish I was home once again. Though I'd like to look down at the earth from above, I would miss all the places and people I love. So although I may go, I'll be coming home soon. 'Cause I don't want to live on the moon. No, I don't want to live on the moon.
We are certainly pleased to have shared that with you and hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it. And then perhaps you can win one of your very own a little later tonight. We're not ready to close the tomatoes yet. I see there's not quite enough activity on that. Everybody get in on those tomatoes. You know Jeff will pay way more than that for those tomatoes. Bump them on up there. Sorry, Jeff. Love you, Jeff. But go ahead and bump Jeff on up on those tomatoes there. It's tradition in our auction to include a Raise the Paddle project, something that everyone can participate in supporting. And to tell us a little bit about this year's Raise the Paddle, or Fund a Dream, is Karen P. Thomas.
Well, hello. For those of you who've been at the auctions before, you know that every year we have a special Fund a Dream. It's always a stretch goal for something that's just truly extraordinary that we want to do in the next season. Now, this year, we're actually looking ahead to the fact that in 2022-23, it will be Seattle ProMusica's 50th anniversary season, which is quite an achievement. It's really remarkable. 50 years. And for that special anniversary, we need to get started early with raising some money to do something amazing in the 50th anniversary season. So what we're doing this year for Fund a Dream is we need to raise $35,000 so that we can commission 5 really amazing composers to write for us. These are all US-based composers, some of them born in the United States, some of them who are immigrants. They come from all corners of the country and all backgrounds, and they're really just wonderful, wonderful people. We've actually had a chance in ProMusica to work on music of all 5 of them already in the past couple of years. You will have heard some of them on some of our choral tapas, and some of their music we started rehearsing but never actually got to perform when the pandemic hit. So we have talked with these composers. We've chatted with them over Zoom. We've gotten to know them not only as musicians, but as human beings. And they are so wonderful and warm. And we are thrilled that each of them wanted to write something special for us for our 50th anniversary. So in order to make this happen, they actually have to compose next year, which means we need to raise the money this year so we can pay them so they can write the music that we can then learn and perform in 2022, 2023. So throughout the evening, you're going to have a chance to meet each of these composers, hear a snippet of their music, and see a little video of them introducing themselves. So we're going to start off with our first one tonight, which is Jared Impichachaha Tate, who is a Chickasaw composer. We're going to hear a little bit of his wonderful piece, We Are the Storm, that we performed last month. Here's Jared Tate and We Are the Storm.
Chukma, Chinchukmata Hatak, Sahul Shifoy, Jared Impichachahatate, Chikashasaya, Taloa Ikbisaya, Hashlaka Sayopa, Chukmashki, Yakoke. Hello everyone, my name is Jared Impichachahatate. I'm a citizen of the Chickasaw Nation here in Oklahoma, and I am a professional classical composer. I am so honored to be a part of ProMusica's 50th anniversary and its surrounding creative celebration with a new work. I am a Chickasaw classical composer, and one thing that brings deep meaning into my life is to create new works that are relevant to the Commissioner's native neighbors. I will be composing a new work for you, which will feature language and legend from one of your neighboring tribes. I also love that this will create an opportunity for y'all to reach out and create a new relationship with their community, a relationship fueled by love through making music. Authentic events like this are awesome, and I absolutely love this part of my life. I am a blessed Chickasaw man, and I look forward to sharing our blessings during your joyous event. Chukmashki, Yakoke.
We're back, and I dropped in the chat the time clock that I'm using to sync with Josh to close these items. The tomatoes will be open until 7:35. 7:35. You've got 3 more minutes to bid Jeff Kennard into the sky on those tomatoes, and then we'll open our next item. And I want to draw your attention to our FAQ on our auction website as well. We have information there about delivery, restrictions, shipping, and then if there are additional details in each individual auction item, you can assume that those either supersede the details in the FAQ or are in addition. So you can always reach out to us, email Josh at admin@seattlepromusica.org with questions about specific items. He will be able to answer them or get you the answers you seek. I also wanted to address something in the chat. The space helmet that Karen is wearing, we will talk about whether she's willing to put it up for bid and whether it should be signed or not. And perhaps we can put it in our closing auction next week. All right, I'm going to take a look at that time. Oh, wow, I don't talk slowly enough. We've still got 2 more minutes on the tomatoes, and I'll admit to it being my fault that those are going slowly because I seem to have set the bidding increment at $7. So that's completely on me. $7 will buy you 1 tomato. That's my fault. So thank you so much for continuing to participate in that tomato auction. My God, you're geniuses. Yes, Liz Reed Hawk, the program will be available to rewatch. We're going to make it into a highlights video that we will repost this week. Of course, I didn't actually ask Wes about that in advance. So Wes, will we make this into a highlights video?
Yeah, I think we could do that.
Okay, phenomenal. Great news. That's extraordinary. We'll also be sharing the pieces of entertainment that are, copyright free and allowed on our YouTube channel for you to share with friends and family as well. I'm so thrilled that you're excited about the helmet. All right, we're down to the final minute of Big Tomato energy. I can't. It's very stressful to be a live auctioneer. I see. It looks like right now it's Miriam versus Jeff. Oh, I see Jen Newland getting in on the action. Of course, remember that I'm 15 to 30 seconds behind you. So that's pretty exciting. Oh, I love it. Okay. We've got 45 seconds, and I really should have come up with some poetry, something to read, something to do in these little moments in between, because I can't see you. So I'm hoping someone else is wearing a costume besides me. This is something I got for a Dress as Your Heroes birthday party years ago. And this is a new communicator that I got last week because my old communicator was trash in comparison. Yes, I have 2 communicators. Okay, extraordinary. We're down to the final 10 seconds. But of course, me counting it down means being 15 seconds behind you. So as far as you see this, tomatoes will have been closed. So congratulations to whoever won the tomatoes. Josh, go ahead and start the Spinace gift certificate. The next item up for bid is a $100 gift certificate to Spinace. When the weather has you craving something the opposite of 40s and rain, look no further than Spinace for what might be the best pasta in the city. This is a place I have never been, so maybe someone will win it and tell me about how great it is. I'll just go myself. It's fine. I want you to win it. They can take all your rainy day blues away. This gift certificate does not expire. So you've got some time now to bid on the Spinace gift certificate. And it looks like the winning bidder for those tomatoes was, in fact, Jeff Kennard. Jeff, proud of you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for getting those tomatoes year after year. All right. Let's hear from another one of our Fun to Dream composers, the extraordinary Melissa Dunphy.
Hi, I'm Melissa Dunphy, and I'm a composer based in Philadelphia. I'm probably best known as a composer of vocal works. I write a lot of choral music and some art songs, and I'm working on a couple of operas right now. And I also have a reputation for tackling a lot of political topics. I like to tell people that I write music about things that I'm passionate about. And it just so happens that the things I'm most passionate about are issues of social justice and politics, as well as kind of a wide variety of eclectic interests that I This past season, I was so honored when I discovered that Seattle Pro Musica were programming one of my choral works, Wild Embers, which is a setting of poetry by the British Indian poet Nikita Gill on their Choral Tapas series. And their performance was even more of an achievement when you consider that they couldn't even rehearse together to create it because we're in the middle of a pandemic. They created a beautiful virtual recording and video which just set the piece off beautifully. I was even more honored and thrilled and excited when Seattle Pro Musica approached me after that performance debuted and invited me to write a brand new piece of music for them to be premiered in the 2022-23 season. I cannot wait to work on this piece and to create something for this group which has such an amazing history, 50 years of being involved in their community and working to make society better. A group whose artistic mission, I think, aligns so well with my own. Congratulations to Seattle Pro Musica for your 50th anniversary, and thank you so much to all of the supporters out there who really enable this group to do such amazing work, creating new music that reflects our current moment in time.
All right, that was great to hear from Melissa Dunphy. Love her music. It's going to be so wonderful to work with her and the other four composers. So, we're back here in the Delta Quadrant, and now it is time for some spacey Name That Tune fun. This is a trivia game just for you, the viewers, on the auction tonight. So, one of the unbelievably talented people we have the pleasure of working with is our collaborative pianist, Dwight Beckmeyer. You've seen him play on our Choral Tapas videos. He is amazing. Well, what's about to happen is that Dwight is going to play for us a bit of Beethoven that has passed through a rift in the space-time continuum and been embedded with some space-themed tunes. Mostly recognizable, I think. Here's the trivia game. The first person to correctly identify all of these tunes and submit their answers will win a pair of these special new Seattle Pro Musica branded glasses with our logo etched in. A pair of them. They're beautiful. They don't come with the drink. You have to do that on your own. And watch out if you take them into the vacuum of space. They might disappear, but here on Earth, it's fine. So to enter the game, what you do is you go to seattlepromusica.org/trivia. That's seattlepromusica.org/trivia. This will take you to an entry form where you can fill in the answers to all the tunes that you're going to hear when you listen to Dwight play. Now, the first person to get them all right and submit is going to win these glasses. But if nobody gets them right tonight, you actually have until April 30th to submit, and we'll keep this video up and you'll be able to watch it again and again and listen. But somebody might get these right off the bat. So play fast, get ready. Here comes some highly illogical Beethoven. So spacey, Dwight. I bet you all are typing in your guesses at warp speed. Again, if you missed out, that entry form is seattlepromusica.org/trivia. Get those in as quickly as you can. I bet somebody's going to win that tonight. Now we're going to move on and hear from another of the composers who will be writing commissions for our 50th anniversary. And thanks to all of you who have already pledged some support of the Fund a Dream, and everyone else, don't be afraid to jump on in there. It's on the auction page. You can put your support in anytime this evening and throughout the week. Our next composer is Marcus L.A. Garrett. Let's hear some of Marcus's composition, My Heart Be Brave, which we performed earlier this year.
Hello, I am Marcus L.A. Garrett, and I must say that it is indeed a true honor and pleasure to have been asked to write a piece for Seattle Pro Musica's 50th anniversary. Wow, 50 years is a wonderful time. I like round, whole numbers, and so to be able to celebrate something like that is fantastic. It is going to be fun to be able to explore some new things for myself as a composer as I work on this piece, and then also just bring some things that I feel are part of my voice. It's just going to be great to be able to be a part of this wonderful celebration. So thank you for the invitation, and I look forward to all that is in store for us. There is power, there is power, there is power in making for the right.
I love that piece. I loved singing it then. I'm looking forward to whatever it is that Marcus writes for us next. So powerful, and he's so lovely. You have until 7:49 to close out the bidding on the Spinace gift certificate, and our current lead bidder is Jenny Spence? Did you mean to do that, Jenny Spence? Am I on the wrong page? Jenny Spence, my goodness. That's a pretty significant amount of money for a gift card, so thank you in advance. I got shocked. It was at $200, and then I came back to the tab, and it was much higher. So extraordinary. Let me remind you, there are 5 items for bid tonight only, but there are also another 100 items that are posted now, and more items that will drop this week. And now we are 10 seconds away. So for you, it will have already stopped. It will have already stopped. My goodness. Am I on the wrong page? Let me reload this page. Nope, it's Charlotte Scovold who's in the lead. All right, I did have the wrong page up. My goodness. I know a Charlotte Scovold. She's my sister. Congrats, Charlotte. It looks like you won. Extraordinary work. Proud of you. Maybe you can take me for pasta. Let's hear from another one of our Fund a Dream. Oh, wait, no, I've got to open the... My goodness, this is not my usual steez. Let's open another item. Josh, why don't you open up this next item, which is the SPM puzzle group photo. Jordan Berg created this puzzle last year. It was such a runaway hit. She put it back in the auction again this year. This is a 1,014 piece customized jigsaw puzzle with the faces of so many of your Seattle Pro Musica friends and family on it. And it's beautiful and it's high quality, and you know you want to win it. So you have a few minutes to bid on the SPM group photo puzzle. And while you get started on that, let's hear from Shruti Rajasekhar.
Hello, my name is Shruti Rajasekar. I'm a composer and vocalist, and I am so excited to be writing a new work for Seattle Pro Musica as part of your 50th anniversary celebrations. Congratulations on this incredible milestone. I was speaking with Karen a couple weeks ago about the evolution of the ensemble. It's an amazing story, and I know that you and your community of not only Seattle, but the world around you, watching events like your Choral Tapas and other series of events, we're all just celebrating this with you. So I'm really, really honored to be a part of this celebration. A little bit about me. I draw from not only the Western classical tradition and sort of all related idioms to that, but also Indian classical music. My musical training began in Carnatic music, which is South Indian classical music. So my musical language sort of sits in between these two places. As some of you will know already, because there's a couple pieces of mine that you've programmed and sung before. So I'm just really, really excited for this opportunity to be working directly with all of you. And I'm, quite sure that this piece is not just going to be a piece, written by me, but really co-created by all of us. So I'm so excited about that opportunity and wishing you 50 plus more years of singing and camaraderie. Mama Pala Sangeetam, 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 Mama Pala Sangeetam.
So great to hear from Shruti. She is just a phenomenally gifted composer, singer, musician. She's does so many things, and it's going to be great to work with her. In just a minute, we're going to enjoy a video made by a group of SPM singers led by Aaron Gabriel, a video that celebrates singing in families, showing mothers, daughters, grandmothers, aunts, sisters. And while these people are Seattle Pro Musica singers, what the video really emblemizes is the importance of choral singing and how it reaches far beyond just Seattle Pro Musica. It exemplifies the bonds of community that singing together creates for so many people. The community of families, the community of choruses, the community of cities, of regions, nations, and really the community of the world, bonded together by people raising their voice in communal singing. In 2019, a Chorus America study found that more than 54 million people in the US sang in choruses. 54 million people in this country. And these communities have been on the brink of existence over the past 14 months, unable to join together and sing in person, which is the very definition of a chorus, singing together in person. But these communities have not given up. They've held fast to their choral communities, refusing to let go, because what binds us together as singers is so much more than just meeting in a group to make music. We're bound by deep friendships, by caring communities, by legacies of music and styles that are passed down from generation to generation. Choruses around the world have not given up. And Seattle Pro Musica has not given up. And I'm so very grateful to every one of our singers who have stayed with us for these past 14 months, week after week on Zoom rehearsals, singing together from their own homes, alone. These dedicated singers have done what none of us ever thought we would do, recording themselves alone in their bedrooms, in their closets, and then sending their solo voices out into the ether to be mixed together to create a virtual choir. They've embraced this brave new world, creating these virtual choir pieces that they never thought they would do. I thank all of them from the bottom of my heart. And I thank the engineers who have stitched all of this together all year long. Wes Kim, Jakob Weiss, Kevin Wyatt Stone, what amazing work everyone has done. And now let's enjoy this beautiful video of some SPM singers and their families put together by Aaron Gabriel.
There were wind chimes in the window, bells inside the clock, an organ in the corner, tunes in the music box. We sang while we were cooking or working in the yard. We sang although our lives were really hard. There was music in my mother's house. There was music all around. There was music in my mother's house, and my heart still beats full with the sound. She taught us all piano, but my sister had the ear. She could play the harmony to any tune she'd hear. Now I don't claim much talent, but I always love to play, and I guess I will until my dying day. There was there's my mother's house. There was music all around. There was music in my mother's house, and my heart still feels full with the sound. Those days come back so clearly, although I'm far away. She gave me the kind of gift I love to give away. And when my mother died and she sung her last song, we sat in the living room singing all night long, singing la 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 la, singing the front porch songs, singing the old torch songs, singing I used to send her home. There was music in my mother's house. There was music all around. There was music in my mother's house, and my heart still feels full with the sound.
I had to mute it. Thank God for the lag, right? Because if I had just watched it all the way through, it's still on my screen. I am gonna cry. It was wonderful. Aaron, thank you. Thank you, all of you who participated in putting that video together. What a remarkable tribute to the power of music. just really appreciate that. We're going to close this next item at 8:01 p.m. 8:01 p.m. So you've got just 30 seconds, which means 15 seconds, which means 0 seconds to put in your final bids for that puzzle. Currently in the lead for me is Jen Newland. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Carol, for your bids. Thank you, all of you who are participating. And my goodness, need a moment to recover from that. Where's my script? Okay. All right. I am supposed to let you know that some of the items that are up for bid have already sold for their buy it now price. So don't neglect the rest of the items that are available for bid tonight at this auction. Everything that comes through goes to support Seattle Pro Musica, continuing on through this pandemic, long beyond the pandemic, hopefully, and perhaps for another 50 years beyond that 50th anniversary season. So I believe that puzzle is now closed, and we're going to open our next item for bid, our 4th of 5, which is the acapella number, your very own acapella song cover, as exemplified by our earlier performance of I Don't Want to Live on the Moon. You will get a song which Rain City 4 will arrange and record virtually. That probably means Wes will arrange it and the rest of us will record it virtually. You will get a performance video, an MP3 for listening, and a copy of the score of the arrangement to share with family and friends. So that is probably priceless, but think about what you might want and throw your bids in there for that a cappella song cover. Okay, our next composer is Sonder Choi. I'm so looking forward to sharing some of Sonder's work with you on our next Choral Tapas. That's what we've been doing this season, is Choral Tapas Experiences. Our 4th and final one of the season officially will take place on May 22nd and will feature a virtual choir piece by Sonder. So let's hear a little bit from Sonder.
Hi everyone, my name is Sonder Choi, and I'm a Los Angeles-based Filipino composer and choral artist. And I am so excited to be writing a new piece for Seattle Pro Musica's 50th anniversary program. After a year of being in lockdown, I think it's an understatement to say that we are all craving and we're all hungry and yearning for the choral art form to be back, for live performances to be back. And that is one of the most exciting things for me about this collaboration, is how immediate it is after a pandemic, after a year of being locked down. And I feel like, you know, this rebirth is always special. As choral artists and choral musicians, I believe that we are storytellers and that we must tell the stories of the now. So I suppose that's what you can expect from the work that I'm writing for Seattle Pro Musica. I'm so excited to be collaborating with a group that has left a lasting legacy, 50 years in the choral art form here in North America. And I look forward to this commission and to write this work for all of you.
Y'all, late breaking news. Sniping is a thing that can happen in an online auction, and it looks like Carol Jones actually sniped the puzzle out from under Jen Newland. My goodness, so ruthless. Very impressive, and well done, Carol. Jen, we'll follow up because these are bespoke puzzles, and it's possible that we could find a second one for you. More information to come on that. So where is my thing? Live items update, that's the thing, snapping the real thing that can happen. Yes, absolutely. Those are all the things I needed to say right now. It looks like Rebecca Ruffin is currently in lead for your very own a cappella song cover. So looking forward to finding out what you want us to arrange and sing. It could be just anything. My goodness. Carol Jones, you've got some competition there. I'm going to send it back over to Karen Thomas now that we have met all 5 of our Fun to Dream composers, so she can talk a little more about that project.
Like Katie said, you've already heard now from all of our 5 Fun to Dream composers, and aren't they wonderful? Just wonderful humans and really fine composers. So I'm super excited that they'll be writing new works for us. They are all excited, and I just can't wait to see what they come up with and share it with all of you in our 50th anniversary season. So thank you to everybody who has already donated to Fun to Dream, and thank you to those of you who are about to donate. So please, if you feel so moved, help us out. Every little bit will help to get these composers paid so that they can write for us. So thank you so much. Our auction site does remain open all week, so you can continue to visit it. You can bid on all the items that are still available, as well as donate to Fun to Dream all the way through the week until April 30th, when we have our closing segment. So speaking of April 30th, when you come back, and please do come back on April 30th, because at that time I'm going to announce our plans for next season, for 2021-22. We have some really awesome things underway, and we hope to be singing live next year. So fingers crossed, get your vaccines, stay safe, do all that stuff so that choirs can sing together again. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, aren't I?
Oh, quite literally.
One thing we do know is that going forward, even when we are back live, we will continue to have some kind of digital element that we offer to people who are not in our area. We don't know what that looks like yet, but it's a new exciting feature that we will continue in some form. Not quite what we've done this year, I don't think. Anyway, next week, next Friday, tune back in. And now I send it back to Captain Scovolt in the Alpha Quadrant.
Oh, I love that I am in the Alpha Quadrant. You just picked that. That's the quadrant that I'm in. Okay, we're going to close the acapella song cover at 8:09 p.m. So for me, that's about 1 minute and 15 seconds. I also want to let you know we've already had 3 submissions to our opening night trivia contest, where Dwight played those lovely, lovely excerpts as part of his performance there. I will also tell you that not a single one of those submissions has got all of the excerpts correct. And I will also tell you that we are not looking for Pathétique number 8 or second movement from the Pathétique Piano Sonata as one of the excerpt answers. These are all Star Trek or etc. sorts of quotes. So when I gave one away, I know I'm the worst. I just gave one away. So there's at least one Star Trek quote in there. So you need to be able to identify that. And no, Wichita Lineman is not one of the ones we were featuring at this particular time. All right, fantastic. We've got 20 seconds for me, which means for you, it will have already closed, and I just can't wait to see who we're singing for. So we'll go ahead and open our final item, which is our Island Farmhouse Getaway, donated by Jeff and Adrian Kennard. It is a 4-night stay in a charming 1947 Olga farmhouse located on beautiful Orcas Island, where you can walk to the Buck Bay Shellfish for oysters on the half shell, or hike and explore Moran State Park just a mile up the road. Sleeps 6 comfortably, no expiration date. You'll coordinate directly with Jeff and Adrian to find mutually agreeable dates for your winning party. So extraordinary. Our next piece of entertainment came to us without warning, as if in a dream. We had no expectation of the extraordinary work that had gone into this. We didn't know. We couldn't know. We truly couldn't know. And it's marvelous and it's amazing. But let me warn you, if you have a sensitivity to flashing lights or strobe effects, you might wish to step away from your screen for the next few minutes. So go ahead and get bidding on that getaway to the Island Farmhouse Escape. And please enjoy this extraordinary piece of entertainment. I know that you loved that just as much as I did. When I first saw it, was my expression. It's just an extraordinary piece of art. Thank you for your performance art, Jackie Dearlord, you incredible person. We're so grateful to you. Okay, I should have looked at my time. You have now until 8:17 to complete. I just saw in the chat, did I just do a drug? You have until 8:17 to complete your bids on the Island Farmhouse Getaway, which is currently going for $3,500. Thank you so much for your bids and your support. What a remarkable time. I also want to let you know that right now, our Fund a Dream, which our goal is $35,000 for this Fund a Dream to support the commissioning of these 5 extraordinary composers. We're currently at $21,000, which is a really great first night push. Thank you so much to those of you who have added Fund a Dream donations to your totals already. We're really grateful to you. We've got 3 people who've already donated $2,500 and an anonymous donor at $3,000. And then everyone all the way down to 10 $5 increments. Your gifts are so helpful. Any amount really is extraordinary here. And I'm so excited for this project as it really ties into our push for equity. We want to commission more composers of color. We want to put more music out into the world with varied perspectives, and we want to sing that music as well. So thank you for supporting us in our push to make the choral field a more equitable place. So I do believe now that final item has closed. I will come back to you with night of results in just a few moments, but I'm going to push it over to Karen Thomas. We'll pull that Fund a Dream up on the screen there and make sure that you know it's available. And Karen, why don't you take it from here?
I just want to thank all of you for joining us tonight on this interstellar adventure. I hope no one encountered any space anomalies while bidding. And remember, our auction site remains open all week, so you can keep checking in, you can follow your bids, you can keep trying to get those things that you really, really want. And then just make sure the gravitational pull gets you back here April 30th by 7 p.m. Pacific time, so you can join in the fun, more music, more bidding. So much great stuff happening. You don't want to miss out. So signing off, it's Major Tom Muss.
Oh, back to Captain Katie then. Our current night of donation totals $25,074, and our auction total for tonight is $21,000. That's from the items that were sold tonight at this extraordinary event. And my goodness, what a result! What a time! What an event! What an opportunity to support choral music and Seattle Pro Musica and the arts in the world. I know this has been a really weird year, a very strange time to be alive, and this event perhaps has reflected some of that weirdness back to you. But I hope it's also brought you a little slice of joy, a bit of entertainment, a bit of levity as we raise money for a good cause together as a community. So, thank you so much for your support tonight. I have some people specifically to thank. Joshua Gailey, without you, probably wouldn't have an auction. You're an extraordinary person, and you're a very, very, very good operations and administrative associate for Seattle Pro Musica. Thank you so much. Wes Kim, there in the control room. My God, how much work have you done to make sure that this goes off without a hitch? So smooth, so artistic, so extraordinary. Many thanks to the auction committee for Seattle Pro Musica. Not only did you have incredible ideas and extremely good drive, but you were a real support to me a lot. So thank you so much. And thank you to all of our supporters, those of you who are here now in this live stream participating in the chat, and those of you who will watch this back later and just really enjoy these times. And thank you to those of you who submitted art for the entertainment purpose of this auction. Jackie, Aaron, Wes with your opening thing, Dwight. Am I missing anyone here? Who am I missing?
Rain City 4.
Oh, sure. Yeah, Rain City 4. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Yeah, we nailed it. What a time. Thank you so much again for all of this. And is this the moment we say goodbye?
I think it is.
Thank you, winning bidders. Thank you, participants. Thank you for coming. We love you.
Well done, everyone. Mwah, mwah,
See you next
mwah.
week. Friday
night,
the
everyone.
30th. Mwah.
Friday the 30th. Be there. Good night.
It didn't work. Oh, God.